Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Vividly Vocal, the podcast for the ones finding their voices again. First of all, hope everybody had a happy Valentine's Day, whether you celebrated with a special someone, some people, or just celebrated in your solitude. Now, some people who listen to the podcast, whether through comments, the advice hotline, or just through personal DMs, have expressed to me how lonely they feel on this holiday and how lonely they feel in general, which is you're not alone. If you feel that way, you are not alone. And if nobody told you, I love you and thank you for being here. But I definitely understand. Valentine's Day can be a very difficult holiday. And I understand that there are some things that we just can't self love our way through, right? Sometimes you're going to crave that connection. And especially on a holiday all about romantic love. You know, there are many forms of love. Now, you can tell your friends and family happy Valentine's Day, but this holiday that caters towards having a romantic partner in your life. And I can understand why many of you feel that way. And all of you are not alone in feeling that way because that is such a common sentiment, especially nowadays. I've heard people say the dating pool is just brutal. It's a bloodbath, basically. So, regardless if you celebrated with anybody or not, you're worthy, you're valued, and I'm so happy that you are here with us and you're loved every single day besides Valentine's Day. Speaking of love, intimacy, connection, relationships, I'm sure y'all have seen the viral tweet going around that says, young hoes cook everything on high. And I would say that includes food and connections. Old hoes do it too, now, mind you. But we need to cook these connections, these relationships, this getting to know you process low and slow, okay? Whenever I meet someone, whether that is friendship or romantic, all I ask is that you take the time to get to know me before we make all these strong decisions and declarations. You're my best friend in the whole wide world. Let's just get to know each other. Let's just get a feel for each other. Let's not rush anything. And so many people are disturbed by that one simple request. Like, let's go out. Let's get a meal together. Let's do some activities. And doesn't that sound so much like dating? I saw this viral take on the Threads, the Instagram app. So many stupid opinions on there. This one that said, there's no such thing as going too fast. Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is. Okay. And I see so many people skipping the fundamentals in order to get the ultimate prize. Okay. Whether that be a best friend, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. It's like baking a cake, but you're skipping the flour, the milk, the eggs, the butter, and expecting to get a normal cake on the other side. For me, with the word friend comes an expectation, which is completely normal. I'm expected to be there. I'm expected to be present. I'm expected to be there in your darkest hour. So if I just met you and I don't even know if I halfway like you, I'm not even going to call you my friend yet until we've been through those circumstances. We've gotten to know each other and gotten a real feel for each other in order to call each other friend. Okay. Because I've seen too many times two people get together because of superficial reasons like, oh, you look good, types of reasons. Like, let's say we don't like the same person. So we feel like we should be friends and you end up not clicking at all. Right. And that's just a common complaint amongst people that I meet is that I'm slow to open up. And I am because intimacy is earned, you guys. I can't just show up on your doorstep and be like, you're my best friend. Here's my dirtiest laundry, all laid before your eyes, my every deep, dark secret. And it's now yours for the taking. We have to earn that intimacy. And we shouldn't be offended when somebody says, can you get to know me first? Yeah, I like you so far. You're cool, but let's take it slow. Let's take it easy. And I think the anger or the outrage or the disturbance or whatever that a person may feel from that, I think a lot of people reject themselves before you get the chance to reject them based on if you like them or not. You know what I mean? I met somebody like that who wanted to be my friend. Well, this person didn't really know if they wanted to be my friend or my enemy, just a very confused person. And this person would just say, she's not opening up. She's not opening up. One of my good friends was like, well, that's just her. Let her come to you in her own time. She likes you and everything. Let Ari just open up in her own time, because you just got to earn it. Like, you just got to be there for some time, and then she'll warm up to you. And this whole time, I'm trying to approach the process genuinely. I'm trying to, let's go out, let's have a drink, let's talk, let's be around each other, let's see each other through it. Meanwhile, this person is harboring all this resentment for me. And by the end of this little trial of us getting to know each other, it's like, I'm glad I didn't tell you anything about myself, because what little you knew about me, you tried to use it to disparage me. You see, let's say when two girls get together, they say, oh sis, oh sis, oh sis, and they start making all these big promises. You're my sis. That's a big title to me. You're my sister. I don't play around with the words of calling somebody my family or calling somebody my sister, my brother. That's so heavy to me. So let's say these two girls, they're getting to know each other, and then by the end of 2 months, they're fighting because they don't really like each other. But now, since they aired out all this information to each other, they have all this ammo to use against each other. And I'm sure we've seen it time and time again. Two girls getting into it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, airing each other out. Oh, remember you did this? Oh, you said you did that? Oh, yeah, your boyfriend did this to you? Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. It is so important to see people in different situations, different seasons, who they are in times of war. Like, how low do they go? Do they hit below the belt? There are people who will target your softest weak spots, deep, dark things. And most people, when they fall out, they just cannot keep it civil and move on with their lives. Like this person you just called sis last week. Now there are all types of dumb bitches on Facebook and whatnot. And like I said, that word, calling someone who is not my blood sister my sister, is really heavy to me. I knew somebody who would call everybody their best friend, everybody their sister, everybody their brother. Okay. And I know this line from a Taylor Swift song, a friend to all is a friend to none. I'm pretty sure that's a saying already, but still though, this person was real mixy. I'm going to give you some of my tea in exchange for your tea. I'm going to give you my tea for your tea. And so everybody's tea was scattered around and mixed and messy, and it was really bad. Me and this person knew each other for a couple years, so I felt like we had built a bond, but I would give information sparingly. But something told me not to give my deepest, darkest secrets. It was like a drip, a drip. The moment that information came back to me, what little I gave was thrown back into my face. You call me your sister, and yet you disparage me behind my back. It's kind of insane. But a lot of people will use that word, sister, brother, family, to imply that your bond is stronger than what it actually is. And it's also a manipulation tactic to get you not to leave. Like, oh, we're family. We fight sometimes. We've been friends for 10, 11, 12, 13 years. We're going to fight. No, that doesn't give you permission to abuse somebody. And yes, I believe we're reaching a point where so many people are so lonely that they do not know how to properly go about forming bonds, forming relationships, or they're so transactional to where they want to use the person right in front of them to get the cheap thrill of connection and not really earn it. But when you go through so much, you become a well-rounded individual, someone who's had a lot of experiences with people in general. You begin to value your privacy. You begin to value the intimacy and connection and finding a real, true, genuine person. So you're not upset at the fact that, okay, it's normal. I just have to get to know you. But other people who don't hold the same restraint, boundaries, value, and seeking connection, they get so offended by that. We can't just sit here and tell each other our deepest, darkest traumas and make it feel like we have a friend, like we have a connection. Some people just use your tea as entertainment. Your trauma is entertainment. Your drama is entertainment to them. So you have to protect yourself, because you don't know what people are going to do with the information that you present to them. And we need to be so careful not to force connections in order to fill that hole. I knew somebody who was just, we've all been there, so desperate, for lack of a better word, to have a found family because their current family was not so nice, and it was just okay. Let me get you, let me get you, let me get you, and there's me, and we'll all be our happy family. And the four of us didn't really know each other like that, so it was like, okay, so I'm kind of forced to be in this position to call this person my brother, call this person my sister, and I'm not very comfortable with that. I don't really know you like that. When different energies get to clashing, it doesn't turn out well. But because we have this title of family, we kind of have to. Family, to me, family is a word that carries obligation. You are my family, so I must do this. I don't really like when people use the word family in a friend context, especially if I haven't known you that long. And needless to say, that did not work out. It did not work out at all. So, yes, y'all, intimacy is earned. It cannot be forced. It cannot be forged. It cannot be fabricated. It is earned. And the right people who are meant for you will be willing to earn that intimacy through showing up every day in whatever capacity that you need, bonding with you properly, getting to know you properly, seeing you through all your seasons. Intimacy, into me, I see, is valuable. Okay. It's not just something that you can just throw at anybody. All right. Thank you so much for vibing with Vividly Vocal today. Vividly Vocal, as always, is available on all podcast platforms and is also available on TikTok at Vividly Vocal and now Instagram at Vividly Vocal Pod. Please like, subscribe, and share. Once again, thank you, Vixen, and thank you, Visionary, for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you again very, very soon. Okay? Bye, you guys.